I'd like to formally welcome to the show my first ever guest, Marques Brownlee.
Yo. Oh, guys. Welcome to CarCast episode 2, hosted by Long Transition. I listened. It's always like it's a proof of concept, if you will, the first time you do something like this. This last episode was my proof of concept. Because I was like, yeah, I can probably do this, but I'm not sure. I didn't get a new microphone, but I found an old microphone, lavalier mic. So the audio quality might be different. It might be worse. I don't think it should be worse because the microphones work the same price. I always do this thing where I lose something and then I'm like, well, never gonna find it again, so I'll just buy another one. And then I found it in my backpack. So now I have 2 lavalier mics, and one's supposedly like really good. It also doesn't have the little thing though. I wonder if I could just switch on to this. I don't know. I'm talking to myself. Yeah. What's good? I've been off. I listened to that last podcast. I always do this. I get so excited to do something different that I just talk really fast. And I just ramble. I have really bad gas, and I don't think it'll affect you, except for the fact that it might affect me. And then by it affecting me, I will in turn affect you. It's the butterfly effect. I've been just off. I don't know why this person is stopping their car in the middle of the road. I don't know what you're doing. That's cool. Okay. I've been just off, and I don't know why. Since the last episode, we hit 10,000 subscribers, which, can we get a round of applause? Wherever you are right now, I want you to give me a round of applause, even if you're in class. Please don't actually do this. For all 10 people listening, don't actually do that, please. I need to actually get a co-host who will be really funny. I should get Will Smith. Do you think Will Smith would... I think Will Smith would be a good co-host. You know the worst part about this CarCast right now? I'm very cold, but I can't turn on the heat because I'm afraid it'll affect the magnificent audio quality of this CarCast. Also, for some reason, I thought that I needed to yell, even though the lav mic was like right next to my face. Oh my God, there's so much traffic. I'm leaving like 15 minutes later than I normally do. Shoot, this is gonna suck. I'm gonna be here for like an hour. I don't have stuff to talk about for an hour. I don't have anything to talk about. I need to look up a show. Not a show. Oh, wait, did I mention this? I don't know if I mentioned this on my CarCast or to my sister. I get them confused, but I was going to... you can download shows on Netflix. And I was going to download a show on Netflix and watch it while I was driving to work. But not like... I'm not an idiot. I don't text and drive. I don't use my phone while driving. I'm not going to like watch a show while I'm driving 80 miles per hour down the highway. I'm not stupid. But I spend a lot of time just sitting in traffic, like not moving at all. So it's not like I'm driving while using the phone. I'm just sitting in a car with the engine running on while using a phone. Like right now, I'm moving. So basically, the rule of thumb would be if you're moving, you can't use the phone. I need a co-host who will read stories to me while I'm in the car. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize how much 15 minutes makes a huge difference. I'm gonna get to work at like 9 o'clock. I usually get there at 8:30. I can't even get on the freaking road I normally do. Okay, see, I'm standing still. Funny story news. Come on. Funny news story today. Weird news. Strange and odd news from the Sky Sky News, Toto's Africa to play on loop for eternity in desert. Nice. Funny story about, actually this isn't Toto, but one time in college, I was listening to the song Man Down Under. No, that's not right. It was a Saturday night, and it was like 11:30 p.m. And I don't go to sleep like at 10 o'clock on Saturdays, and I didn't in college, but it was like 11:30 and I was getting kind of tired, and I was like, I kind of want to go to sleep soon. And the freaking dude behind me almost hit me. And my neighbors, upstairs neighbors, were having a giant party with like 4 people or 5 people, and they were blaring music like so loud that it was shaking. It was shaking stuff in my apartment, and I was like, what? I don't care if you're having a party, like, you go ahead, but why do you have to be so loud? It's not the fact that you're partying, it's the fact that you're just being annoying. And so anyway, I grabbed my, I grabbed my speakers. They weren't really speakers, for the sake of the story, let's say they were speakers. I grabbed my speakers and I plugged the aux cord into my laptop and started playing Man Down Under as loud as possible. And I put it by the air vent that led to the upstairs in the hopes that it would go through the... I just heard a Prius just honked, and it sounded kind of like if a toy car got stepped on, like a squeaky toy car. So I played it through the air vent with the hopes that it would annoy them, I guess. I don't think it really did. I don't think they even heard it. So then at like 12 o'clock, I'm like, all right, this is stupid. They're just being annoying. So I went upstairs and I said, hey, can you guys... I knocked on the door, and some dude who's like my height and clearly drunk, he kind of looked like a basketball player on the team. He opens the door, he goes, hey, what's up? Because he probably thought that I knew him, and I just go, hey, can you turn down the music just a little bit? And he's like, oh yeah, sorry, dude. And then as I'm walking back to the apartment, they were already leaving, because I guess they had finished, and I just hear that someone go, dude, it's Saturday night. Like, the fact that it's Saturday night means that you can just blast music so your neighbors, like, their apartment is shaking. I don't understand college kids, man. All right, let's meet. Dad visited after... I'm not gonna read the stories. Wait, what? Dad visited by police after baby son tasted chili sauce. That's not even... One time a mom got in trouble for giving her baby marijuana. Like, she was smoking a blunt, and then she put it in the baby's mouth, and the baby smoked marijuana. Why are parents so dumb? Why are people dumb in general? It confuses me. Oh, why am I doing... you know what I could talk about? The filming of 10K Crew. I think maybe that's why I'm off. It shouldn't be a surprise to me, but... so that video, 10K Crew, the music video for hitting 10,000 subscribers, it's only like a 3.5 minute long video. But compared to any 15-minute long player review, any buy or nah, any FIFA video, any like 15-minute long pack opening, that one took me the longest by far. Just so much, I don't want to say effort, but so much time. It's not like it's that difficult. There is some different editing stuff that I had to try to figure out, and I did it poorly. But for the most part, it takes so much time to do. I think that's why commentary channels are popular, because I kind of look at commentary almost like a pack opening. You're just reacting to what happens on the screen, and you're not really in control of it. You can control your reactions, but it's not like gameplay where gameplay doesn't take a long time. Gameplay is not that difficult to do, like FIFA gameplay. A player review, it takes time just because you have to play the games. So it's like an hour if you're going to play 3 games, like 45 minutes, basically the length of the video game. Whereas commentary is more like the length of the video, or videos or whatever it is you're reacting to. Like a 15-minute pack opening usually is like 20 minutes of actual footage. Then a pack open, or not a pack opening, a player review is usually like an hour. I've even had like an hour 20. I think I used to play 4 games. How did I play 4 games of FIFA in one sitting? I can't even do like 2 games. FIFA, I don't know, man. I'll talk about FIFA later. I haven't had my little FIFA rant yet. I do that every episode. What was I saying? Oh yeah, well anyway. The commentary, it's easy. And so with 10K Crew, the video is only 3.5 minutes, but like, I'm just thinking, it took me 2 weekends basically to do things. And that's not even, I had to make the song too. So this is gonna sound complainy. I don't intend for this to be complainy. I'm just kind of explaining what I did. Because maybe you're like, how much effort does it actually take and what do you do? So first, probably like a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, I first got the idea. Well, I didn't really get the idea because I did it for 5K, but I had the idea to like do the same thing, but 10K instead. So I had to make the song. I had to write the beat first. You don't write a beat. I had to make the beat, spit the beat the beat, and get the girl sicker. Body so shaved, might have thought it was liquor. So I had to do the beat, and that it doesn't take a long time, but it's like creative energy is more difficult than just hammering something out that you know what to do. Because when you know what to do, you don't have to second guess yourself. This is the process of me making a beat. I make the initial beat, I go, that is garbage. I listen to it, and then I go, that is still garbage. Then I do another one, and then I'm like, that is not as garbage. Then I sleep on it for a day, second guessing myself. Then I wake up in the morning and I listen to the beat and go, that is garbage. I bet the other one was better. Then I listen to the original beat and I'm like, yeah, that was better. So it's just second guessing yourself takes more time. So anyway, I did that beat, and I think I didn't put much thought into the lyrics, to be honest. The lyrics are bad. I put a lot of effort into the lyrics for 5K Crew, but I don't think the song is actually as catchy. So I decided, you know what, just mumble rappers can do it, why can't I? So I just threw something really quickly. So that song took me probably 2 days, Saturday and a Sunday. And the way I've tried to figure out learning how to make music, because I've been doing it for like 5 years now, of actually writing stuff and producing, and I've gotten so much better. It's not like it's really good now, but compared to where I started, I couldn't even keep a beat. I didn't know what a metronome was. It was really bad. So I'm actually kind of proud of the song. I think it's thumping a little bit. Someone said make the beat harder. I'm like, what do you just want to listen to 808s. That's all you want. You just want duh duh duh. Oh no, guys, the gas is coming. So that was like one weekend. Same time I could have made 2 Buy or Nas, pretty much, or 3 or 4, and then I had this past Sunday. Gosh, I'm so tired. I've been so off that I can't. I don't think I sleep. I sleep, but I don't think I actually get rest. Then I went and bought the clothing because I bought a jumpsuit. Did I mention this on a podcast? I can't. Who did I say this to? Oh no, I sold it to my friend. So I can't remember who I told what. Who did the what and what did the who. So I went to a Party City. I went to Five and Below to try to buy stuff, and they didn't have anything really funny. I was just going for outrageous rapper, basically. Then right next to where I went, Five and Below, there happened to be a Party City, which is like a costume shop. And so I bought no, I definitely said this on the podcast last week, didn't I? I don't know. I bought I don't know if I said this or not. I bought the glasses I bought the hat. I bought a small hat, which I actually didn't use, for $1. I bought a small glittery hat that I was going to put on my cat, but I didn't. And so I bought all the like accessories, and then I went to the mall and I bought a jumpsuit and a furry jacket from Forever 21 for like $20. It was buy one, get one free. And the funny thing is, I bought it ironically because I was like, I want to look like a douche. How do I look like a douche? Go to Forever 21, go to the clearance aisle. Turns out I kind of like the jacket. The jacket's warm and it looks okay. So I got a jacket for $20, which is pretty good. So that was second weekend. Egg poaches Instagram record from Kylie Jenner. What? Wait, what? I'm interested. I just saw this on my thing. I'm sitting in traffic. An egg has become the most liked post of all time. Okay, that's enough. I was just curious, was it the egg? Does the egg have the most followers? What kind of egg is it? Is it How To Basic? I don't care anymore. Then, that is 2 weekends down. Then what did I do? Then I had to record the video. So hours spent. Probably like 10 hours thus far. Maybe like 8. I don't know. Maybe I'm saying I did too much. 8 hours, let's go with that. Then I had to record the video, which I had to get my friend because I can't record it by myself. We went on a Friday night to downtown, and it was freezing. No one else was there, which was good. He even rented a camera or not a camera, but a night vision lens, which was really nice. And his car's so sick. It's some Japanese kit car, and it's so uncomfortable to ride in because it's so small, but it was funny for the video. I don't think we got enough shots of it though. That was one thing. We probably should have done more shots of it. It's so, in the moment though, you're just like, I want to get this done. It's freezing. I look like a fool. I didn't want to, like, I was dressed up like a weird rapper in a Japanese kit car. I didn't want to go around downtown being like, what's up guys, just filming a video, don't worry about me. And everyone just be like, what? So when you film that, it only took like an hour and a half to film. But then the editing process, it's because I don't think it's the editing is that difficult, but I'm not used to what to do. Like you have so many clips that you have to figure out, what do I want to include? You have to first sync them up because it's performance aspect. It's performance based, I guess. I'm lip syncing by just playing it on my phone during the actual recording, so I match the timing. And then so I sync those like 4 or 5 clips up, and then I chop them up. I'm like, all right, I'll include this here, whatever. It's kind of random almost. And then, I'm not drinking coffee because I'm on the podcast, but that's what podcast people do. They drink coffee. I should drink coffee. Then I just found some, I guess, what do you call it? B-roll? Yeah, some B-roll. I was just like me doing random stuff, a gnome, and I put that in. So editing was probably like an hour. Anyway, that video only has like 1,500 views or something. And part of me is like, yeah, it's 1,500 views, but I get people who have never commented before being like, just a silent comment, or just a silent viewer, but great to see you having so much fun with videos, or something like, this is a great song, great video, you should do more. So that does mean a lot, and I shouldn't go based solely off of views, but another part of me is like, your Zlatan Ibrahimovic video has 22,000 views. People clearly like that one more. It has more likes. It also has way more dislikes, but I don't know. I think we're at the part of the show where I'm supposed to change lanes. There's a car in my way. Okay, let's do this. Jumps up, let's do this. We did it, boys. We changed lanes successfully. That's 1 for 1 on today's episode. What else was I going to talk about? Anyway, I'm not going to stop doing those videos because they are fun to do, and they are very rewarding. But I think the part of me that wants to see my stuff, because as a creator, you just want your stuff to be out to people. You want people to enjoy it. It's not like, oh, I get more views, that's going to be so much money, because it is more money, but it's like, how many pennies does a man really need? So I don't know. It's an ever going struggle. I do not have stuff to talk about for 45 more minutes, and we're gonna be stuck in traffic for 45 more minutes. Oh man, 15 minutes makes such a huge difference. Am I right or what? I also posted on my Spotify. If you haven't listened to this yet, please, check this out on Spotify. It's Long Transaction. That's myself, if you didn't know. You know what I've never understood? I know I was just talking about Spotify, but this guy just cut me off. I've never understood this. Why do people cut you off to get right in front of you if there's nowhere to go? This always happens. It happens once every commute. We're in traffic. There's nowhere to go. I'm driving 20 miles per hour on the highway right now. It's bumper to bumper. This person comes out of nowhere from the left lane to just get in front of me and then go immediately nowhere. I don't get it. You're like, if you had stayed in your lane instead, you would be the same spot, just a little bit to your left. What is the benefit? There's so much risk yet no reward. There's absolutely zero reward. Anyway, I'm on Spotify, Long Transaction. I posted I guess it's like an EP. I think I had posted every song already. Did I? Except for 10K Crew. But, actually, no, that's not true. I posted another one called Clouds, ! And most of those are like funny rap songs. They're not funny, but they're rap songs. They're like bad rap songs. But then two of them are like, I don't even know. They'd always ask me what genre of music is this? And I go, I don't know, bad. There are two other songs on there, which I always like to just default to. It's just bad music, because then when someone else says, yeah, this music's terrible, my feelings don't get hurt, because I wasn't expecting much. But they're not terrible. It's not great, but you can listen to it and your ears won't bleed, which is a win in my book. Whoa, there are a bunch of cars on the side of the highway. This looks weird. They're building stuff. What are you guys building? Wait, what y'all building today? What y'all building? Have you ever thought about being a construction worker? Or like for some reason in high school, I feel like I already said this about 27 episodes ago, and we don't even have 27 episodes. I used to think in high school all the time, coming back from lunch, I would see these guys just blowing leaves off the lawn, basically like landscapers, and I thought I would kill to do that right now, because I hated school so much. It was so boring. You would just sit there, you couldn't talk for some reason. It's just like, all right, listen to the bell, listen to this person talk. You won't ever use this again, but you have to do it. I'm like, okay, I guess. I don't want to get put in jail for not complying. But I used to always see those guys and I'd be like, that would kill. That'd be so awesome. I'd love to do that. I should drop out and be a landscaper. And for one summer I did kind of landscape and it sucked. It was awful. That was so difficult. One time we were landscaping and this guy had a giant backyard of like, I don't even know, maybe half an acre. I'd say yeah, half an acre. And it was covered in leaves. And it wasn't just like no trees, nothing, just leaves. It was like a bunch of huge trees, a bunch of like bricks around the trees, and then there's mulch, so it's not easy. Then it sticks in the leaves, shed, like a tire, a random tire just there. And we had to rake all the leaves up. And it was taking like, we worked from 8 a.m. until like 3 p.m. and we hadn't finished because it's a freaking half acre full of leaves. And he was like, why are you guys taking so long? And I'm like, what? and he was getting kind of mad because we were taking too long, and he thought we were working slower so he would pay us more. I don't understand. That's such a weird way to do business, though, on his part. Like, we gave him an estimate. I didn't do this part, my friend did. But we gave him an estimate of like $800. I'm like, Jesus, $800 to get leaves? What? The leaves will go away, you know. It's not like it's the end of the world. You're not going to get any grass growing here anyway. You have giant oak trees. But he was like, all right, $800 sounds good. But that's an estimate. It's not the actual price. It's just like let's go 800. And he was trusting like high school kids. We had just graduated from high school. Why would you do that? Why? You're like the guy who cuts me off in traffic. I don't understand what you're going for. So I don't know what happened. That really sucks. I remember that vividly. That was during the World Cup in 2014. And I came, actually this is a different day, but it was the same landscaping business. We worked whatever the day, it was the same day France played Switzerland and France won. I'm pretty sure it was Switzerland. But I woke up at like 8, I had to mow a lawn, then we had to mow another lawn, then I had to mow another lawn, so I mowed like 3 lawns, and it was like 100 degrees. And I came home and I was just so tired. I was so dead tired. I fell asleep while watching that game. It's funny though, because if I had to go back in time, I always hear people say this, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense. But then in the moment, I'm like, yeah, that does kind of make sense. And I have similar experiences. If I had to go back in time, I probably would not do it. I would just say, no, thank you. But looking back on it now, I'm glad that I did it, just because it gave me that experience and that thought and a story to share, I guess. Look, another person, oh wow, that was very dangerous. You should be ashamed of yourself. Did I mention this last episode? I should put a dash cam up. That'd be funny. But then I'd dox myself, so I won't do it. You know what I should do? I should put the dash cam up, but then blur out anything that mentions where I am. That won't take any time at all. Every single road sign, just get rid of it. Let's see, right now I see 5 road signs. Easy blur, Gaussian blur, smack that on Premiere Pro. Oh, there's a funny video of the professor, who's a basketball player, like an N1 street baller. He, I don't know, one day I just randomly went down this rabbit hole of watching the professor break people's ankles, but they're not, it's one thing if you break street ballers' ankles, but it's another thing if you just break like random guys' ankles who are at the beach playing basketball and they're like 500 pounds. It's like, what? Okay, that's whatever. But this one video, the title was like, Professor shuts up heckler, dislocates shoulder? Exclamation point, question mark. I'm like, what? So I actually clicked on it, I watched it. And so he does, this guy's like heckling him, like, it's so easy, just watch his hips. And then the professor calls him out and they play a one-on-one, and the guy's, he's trash. He's like, he's not in shape. He's wearing like jean shorts and a white t-shirt and not basketball shoes. And at one point, somehow he's like trying to defend, and he has his arm out, and then he moves quickly to the right, and then the professor stops and like does a step back. So the guy moves his shoulder accordingly, and then he dislocates it. And it's like, I've never seen someone dislocate their shoulder getting crossed up before. That's crazy. But the funny part, and why I thought of this, is because they, for some, I don't understand editing. I don't understand how they get paid. I don't understand what they do. I don't know if it's the professor himself who's the editor. I feel like that video has like 50 million views. I don't know how much that is, but it's probably like, that's probably $10,000, I'd say. If you get 50 million views, I'd assume you can hire an editor. It's not like just one video either. It's, that one video has more views than mine. That's 50 times more views than my channel. And so anyway, he is, they blur out the guy's face for some reason. And so the way that blurring works in editing programs is it just blurs it based off, you're blurring like where on the screen you want to blur it. You're not blurring the guy's face and then it motion tracks it. You have to, what is the term I'm looking for? You have to key that in. That guy's gonna cause an accident because he's in a freaking Mustang. I'm such a dad when it comes to driving. Hey, you're gonna cause an accident, young man. Stop driving so fast. I'm in the far right lane. Switching lanes, boys. Are we 2 for 2? Hey, we're 2 for 2. Can we ring that gong? Ring, ring, ring. So anyway, they blur the guy's face and they like make an effort to keep it on his face for like the first 2 minutes, and it's like a 10-minute long video. And then they just, I don't know if they don't care or they forget about it or what, but they stop blurring his face, and it just like they're stuck in the same spot. It's just blurring the same part of the screen in his face shape, but it's not actually his face, so you can clearly see the guy, but then there's a random blur on the screen, and and the comments are all, that blur played better defense than he did because the blur moved so quickly. It's not that funny, but it's still like the little amount of effort some people give. I would definitely not have even tried to blur unless you had to blur the guy's face. Or maybe it's like some YouTube software where they're like, hey, this guy wants his face blurred, you better blur it, otherwise you lose all this $50,000 or whatever. Maybe that's what it was, and YouTube software sucks. YouTube, oh my gosh. If you watch the live streams, you know about this. You might not have even seen the live streams though this past weekend, because YouTube does this new thing where they don't notify people that I'm live streaming. I think it's because I hit 10,000 subscribers. I'm not 100% sure, but, or maybe they changed the YouTube Creator Studio and they have it in a beta now. And it sucks, and I don't like the beta at all, and I want to always switch back to the original, but it doesn't let me, and it's funny because the beta is so slow and bad that switching out of the beta crashes it, so then you can't switch out of the beta. But usually when I live stream, I go live, and then within seconds, people get a notification, and then they immediately come to the live stream just to say hi or whatever. And it's cool because you get like, within seconds I'll have like 80 people watching, and that's close to what the normal amount will be. So then I can just jump right into actually playing and getting on with what I wanted to do. But for some reason, they changed it, so now that's not how it works, and I don't think it notifies you, and you like have to go to my channel or something, or maybe it shows up as a video, I don't know. I don't even know if it shows up in your sub box, to be honest, but you have to somehow like look for the live stream, and then you click on it. So in the same time that I usually get 80 viewers, say like 5 minutes, I had one viewer, one person, and it might have been myself. Because I don't know if they count yourself. I was looking at the live stream too, because I was like, is this working? And so that's why I had a bunch of just minute-long videos of me being like, is this working? And then I would close it out, because I was like, I don't think this is working. So I kept starting and restarting. And I don't, like, what? Why are they doing this? If you subscribe, and I don't know if you have to hit the notification button too. But if it's so weird. If you're subscribed to something and then you like it and you're like, I want to see this, why is YouTube being like, no, see, the thing is, I don't think you really do, man. I don't think you really do. Ooh, an accident. Everyone look with your eyes and not at the road. It's so annoying. It's the same thing. I don't understand. With these companies, Epic Games, EA Sports, FIFA, YouTube, they just seem to not listen to the community at all. Or they do things that almost seem like they're trolling them. Yes, they are. Oh, I keep yawning. Yesterday, Fortnite released a new patch, and it re-included glider redeploy. Glider redeploy was a thing, and this, if you don't watch Fortnite, this won't make sense, but basically it was a thing it's a thing that's random and people didn't really want, and it takes up an item slot, so it's like a thing that people clearly don't want. And Epic goes to the forums, they go to Reddit, and they read what everyone says, and everyone's just like, no, we don't want this. But they included it anyway, and they keep including stuff people don't want. EA Sports, hey guys, can you add more stuff to FIFA so it's not so bland? Like maybe a bronze player mode or a silver player mode. No, here are more Team of the Years. Here's a Team of the Year Neymar. Are you happy? It's the 12th player now. You're not gonna pack him. YouTube. Hey guys, new update. Based off what you watch, if you subscribe, you won't necessarily get their views in your. You won't get the video in your sub box anymore. Wait, no, we want that, please. We want to see the videos that we click subscribe on. Please. No, I don't think you do, man. You know what I've realized this podcast is kind of just like a PewDiePie video. I don't know. There are very few YouTubers I watch anymore. And for some reason, I get in this phase where I watch every single PewDiePie video. I watch every single PewDiePie video and I enjoy it so much. And I don't know why. It's so weird. Why do I really like PewDiePie? Maybe it's because I used to watch him like 6 years ago. But I've always been subscribed to him, but there was a long time where I didn't watch his videos. I would just stay subscribed to him. But now I watch every single upload. It's really weird. You know what I should do for this podcast? Like I just said, this podcast is kind of just a PewDiePie video. I'm gonna cut in front of you, man. Or am I? Oh yeah, I'm gonna cut in front of you, man. This didn't actually take an hour. It's only 8:30. I should do a video just to test the waters. I keep testing the waters to see what's up. I tested the waters with that Team of the Week review, and it got some decent reception. So I might continue to do that, just give an in-depth look at the full Team of the Week. Did I say Team of the Year? I meant Team of the Week. Full in-depth review of the Team of the Week, say who's what, who's good. And anyway, with this idea, maybe I do become a commentary channel, because every weekend that I play Weekend League, I seriously have a mental breakdown. I shouldn't say that because it's not serious, but I do almost lose it every weekend when I have to play Weekend League, because there's no progression and I'm not getting any better. The only thing that changes is people keep getting more and more icons and more special cards, and I'm losing my mind. I got gold 1 again. I played 13 games off. Well, I played 2 games in the Ebra review and I won both of them. Then I played 11 more and I won 9 of them. I lost 2 of them, so I was 11-2. I'm like, I might actually get elite. Then I streamed and I lost 3 out of 4. I got to gold 3. I was 14-5, maybe 14-4. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop it there. I hate this game. I'm stopping. Gold 3 is good enough. And everyone's like, all right, CLT, thanks for playing, blah blah blah. And then Sunday, I'm like, you know what? I might as well. I didn't feel like streaming it. I was just listening to a podcast. I was kind of just zoned out. Because I like to multitask, so I was gonna listen to the podcast anyway. So I'm like, you know, I might as well play FIFA. Who cares? And then I won a couple games that I actually got to gold 1. I was 20-7. So I had to go 23-7 for elite. And then I get smashed by this guy with a bunch of icons and Messi and Team of the Year Neymar on loan or something. And it's just so annoying because you can't get better at that game unless you get really good players. As long as you're playing elite players, you can't compete with. If you're playing someone who's elite 3 and you don't have a really good squad, you're not going to win even if you're the better FIFA player. Just because there's so many broken game mechanics you can abuse that you don't necessarily need to be good at. You can just finesse it. It's so easy to finesse. Anyone can finesse. A time finesse is not a difficult. The whole thing was, yeah, time finesse is going to be the new skill gap, guys. Time finesse for the win. And then there's that foot economist tweet that's like right before FIFA was released, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a good year, guys, all this good stuff. I'm like, yeah, okay. I saw that right when it was posted. I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's never happened before, where they're just like, yeah, guys, this is gonna be the year. It's actually so good. The thing is, I've had this discussion before, where usually in like FIFA 16 and 17, not so much 18, but if you did look at the posts on Reddit FIFA, from the first maybe month or so, they were mostly positive posts, and they're like, yeah, this game's great, it's so much different, thank you EA, blah blah blah. And then they patch it and it changes. So in my theory, I had a what's wrong with FIFA 18 or FIFA 19 video from like the summer. I expected that to happen because I said that was the same thing that happened in FIFA 18. But then I look back and it's not actually true. Like, a lot of the stuff in FIFA 18 from the first month, it's like, this game is the same, guys. It's still bad. So I still don't understand. I saw something that said the most purchased game for Black Friday was FIFA 19 out of all video games. So that either could mean people don't want to spend the $60 on FIFA, but they still buy it because it's on sale. So it's probably like $30, which is not a bad price for a basically new game. You're missing, for me, what is the most fun? The first 2 months of FIFA, those are the most fun because that's when people don't have icons. The icons just make the game not fun because I don't know, I'd like a challenge. I think most people do, but then they get caught up in the fact that you can get icons and like really good cards, and it's just a glorified card game, and you want to get the most cards, and it's gambling. But those first 2 months for me are the most fun because people don't know all these abused things. They don't have a bunch of really good cards, so you can compete with them if you know what you're doing. Basically, it's a new game. At least it feels like it. Mechanically, usually it's slightly different, so it feels like a new game, but you still know what you're doing, so it's not like you're a complete noob. Usually I score the coolest goals in the first week because I'm just pressing buttons. I remember in FIFA 18, my first goal, or like within the first 2 goals, I scored I don't know if it was a bicycle kick or like a half volley off a corner, but it was in Bronze to Glory, and it was actually, I never scored that goal again in FIFA 18. And I scored that, I'm like, oh my gosh, this game's gonna be awesome. And then it wasn't. People keep saying go play PES. I tried playing PES, guys. It's not fun either. It's like Backheel City. It's just ping pong pass Backheel City. The struggle is that I don't know if they want to make a realistic game or if they want to have an arcade game, because they keep going kind of in the middle. I think PES is even more at fault than FIFA is for this, because PES is supposed to be realistic, but then you watch a competitive PES game, no one ever does like 5 consecutive back heels and just ping pong passes it up the field. That never happens. You have to work it sideline to sideline. That's the thing is, if they made it realistic, I don't think it would be as enjoyable for people, because football, real life football is like a chess match. You can have really good players. Look at Madrid. They've had a terrible year because they didn't have a coach who knew how to set them up correctly. They still have really good players. I know they lost their best player in Cristiano Ronaldo, but you can't say that group of players is going to lose to, I don't know, who'd they lose to? Levante? They lost to a bunch of La Liga sides. They lost to Moscow. There's no way those players should be losing to Moscow. Like, Gareth Bale costs more than their entire team. So it's more a chess match, but I don't think people really want to play a chess match as much as they want to just do finesses and score crazy goals and run really fast. People just want to hold down the pace button and abuse it. Yeah, boys, another successful podcast, if I must say. I think this was actually a better one. I bet as soon as I stop and I listen to the audio, it's going to be muffled, and you will not have heard any of this. So anyway, thank you guys. I do appreciate it. Drop a like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends, And follow me on Spotify, Long Transaction. All right, peace.